streaming. Hi, this is Genesisn't. I'm Eric, Steven, Alan. I'm here with Kurt Adam.
Why are we singing?
I don't know, not really singing. It's more like a weird chant.
Sing song?
Yeah, Morbid
Yeah.
Coffee.
It's me.
And Joe Drilling.
You got me.
And introducing.
You found me.
Hi, Joe.
Coffee
Hey.
sounds like he's got a frog in his throat. Stop eating a frog.
Introducing the 1994 New York Knicks.
Patrick Ewing. John Starks. Was Allen Houston on that team? Does anybody else remember?
No.
Yeah, I was on that team, and he was not there at that time.
I'm trying to remember. Allen Houston might have been on that team. I'm trying to think of who else would have been. Well, that would have been the
Jackie
Charles
Dallas was
Oakley
on it.
probably might have been in that. That would have been
Oakley.
the Charles Oakley era, possibly. I don't know. I know Starks and Ewing were there. Was that the year they made the finals?
Did you see the sunglasses back?
So,
Whoops, I turned Discord down instead of the volume of the music all the way down.
Uh-oh. It's fine.
Nothing. What are they going to? The audience didn't hear our great banter about the 1993 New York Knicks or whatever.
94 New York Knicks. Somebody should look it up and
Sorry.
see if they won the thing. Anyway, this week we're going to play Back to the Future Part 3. Thank you, random number generator, or random number generator.
I hate to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
first search for Google or the autocomplete when I do 1994 New York, the first result is Rangers. So I don't think the Knicks were very good that year.
I mean, the Knicks were pretty. That's a Van Gundy year with Patrick Ewing. They must have been okay.
Yep.
I don't know if that was a. I'm trying to remember what year it was that they made the finals.
No,
Well, no, it would have
according
been
to-
90.
According to Wikipedia,
92.
1996 to 2000 are the Jeff Van Gundy years.
Okay. Well, because Jordan won in 98, 97, 96. So it would have been 94, 95. Must have been the year they made the finals, right?
I was going to say, I thought those were the years that aren't the mid 90s when the Bulls just owned the NBA.
Well, so they won 3 in a row, and then the Magic made it a year, and the Knicks made it a year, and then they were back for the next 3 in a row. Because there was 2 in between when Jordan was gone was when the Rockets won 2 in a row. And beat the Penny, Shaq, Magic, and the Knicks in the finals. Was the year we went to... I'm trying to remember. My class went somewhere that year. Anyway. Damn.
It's all Greek to me.
Hmm.
I do not follow the New York Knickerbockers.
So anyway, this is Back to the Future Part 3.
This is a bad game. It's a bad video
I don't know. Have
game.
you played this? How do you know? I wish I was
have
Mary
played this, and
Poppins.
it's a bad video game.
Here lies Clara Clayton died. Forget it, Doc. I'll do it. No, Marty. I'll try again. So I guess I'm trying to dodge these things. I don't know how to dodge
Yeah,
that low one. So there's one I can duck and I can jump over some stuff, but there's like a medium one that I can't.
Can you dip
You,
and
you're gonna
dive?
you put your hand upon my hip. This is
When
like
I dip, you dip, we
yeah.
dip.
This is like that level
More-
in
more-
what's that Atari game? Is it Jungle Hunt?
Mine was more of a dodgeball reference.
1,000,
Yes.
2,000, 3,000 poll. Teacher for a day.
This is Jungle
I'm
Hunt
getting
is
a bit
much better
saddle
game
sore,
than
but it's
this.
worth another try. Jungle Hunt's the one where it has like 4 different things, right? Where you're like swimming
Right,
and shooting
yeah.
alligators, and then there's a level where you're
Well,
like
you're on the
running and
vine.
ducking under rocks and jumping over stuff. That's what I'm comparing this to.
Yes, but that's a much better version of this, I guess.
All right, so I posted a link in the Discord, which I want somebody to check out and explain why this game looks like fucking horse shit.
So the cutting room floor article you linked to does not explain why this game looks like horse
It
shit.
totally does.
I mean, unused palette bits.
That's it.
The Genesis hardware expects colors in a palette to be stored in 16 bits in the format blah 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
Where R, G, and B are the 3-bit red, green, and blue
It's true.
components of the color. However, this game mistakenly uses a different format, limiting the components to 4 of the 8
You
lowest
didn't reach
possible
Clara.
values.
Arg!
Since smaller values represent darker colors, the game's palettes appear much darker than they're supposed to.
Maybe I can jump
That
over
only
it?
Just turn up the brightness on your TV.
Right, that only explains why you have to turn up the brightness and maybe the contrast. It doesn't explain why the game looks like shit.
Well, I mean, that's aesthetic and art decisions that...
They turned down the brightness so that you could see how obviously like shit it looked. It seems
Like
like
that.
you're bad at riding a horse here, Eric.
Oh, I can shoot those
But,
things.
like-
Dang. Okay, all right.
Okay,
Well, that would explain it.
but like, okay, there are games that use images from movies, whether they're digitized or just like redrawn
Sure.
recreations, and they look a lot better than that screen that we keep seeing of Doc and Marty like panicking. Right, like that looks like Michael J. Fox
Uh-huh.
was
Who has
painted
no
by Edvard Munch. Like, that's what's going on there, and I
Sure.
don't, you know,
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. So medium ones I
I
shoot.
believe this is the game. I believe this is also a game that was. So this was designed by Probe Entertainment,
Mhm.
and I think it's this version, but it could be the Master System one I'm thinking of. But I
Damn
think it's this one, where when it was. So it was done in the UK by a British developer, and when it was brought over to the United States, the publisher in the US did not correct for the PAL to NTSC difference, so the game runs like
Like 50 frames a second.
faster.
Oh.
Faster. No, because it's expecting to run at 50 at a 50 hertz refresh rate, but it's actually running at 60, so it runs too fast.
Nice.
Like most of the time, if you have a game that's NTSC normally and you play it on a PAL
What did I hit?
system, which a lot of
I
games
can't see
when
anything.
games
This sucks.
weren't optimized for PAL,
Right.
they would run slower because it's expecting 60 hertz and it gets 50. But this is the opposite. It's expecting 50 and it gets 60. So that's why everything's so hard to dodge, because it's running what would that be, 20% faster than it's supposed to.
Friend of the Joe Drilling Media Empire, LBD Night Train, says, by the way, you're never getting past this level.
I believe there's a code. I'm gonna hit GameFAQs.
So as
Pretty
far
sure
as I
that you
can
mean
tell, there are
legitimately.
4 levels,
There are 4 levels, and I think there's a code for each of them. So we
I
can
mean, why even make more than one at this
and
point?
like there are like full plays of this on YouTube that are
Yeah.
like 8 minutes long. I ducked. Fuck you. Fuck this game.
It's good that, like, what?
So it's
Like
running too
5
fast,
minutes
and
into this,
also
it's
it's
already
impossible
taken
to see
game.
anything.
right.
Oh man.
You need to just tighten up the graphics on level 3
What did I hit
or
that time?
something.
I have to review the tape. I think that was bullshit. I'm not entirely sure what I'm hitting sometimes.
Night Train says he likes how they change up the quotes each time you fail. Yeah, because you're going to see it a lot, so you might as well mix it
Oh
up.
fuck.
There's a level skip code, so
That's
let me know
good.
when you.
He said, unless you've done this before, you're not doing this tonight.
I mean, I could
This week's
try.
Genesisn't the first 45 seconds of level 1 of Back to the Future 3.
Let's see here. Let me just see something real quick. Okay, never mind. I thought maybe I had a copy of the PAL version, so I could just run that, and maybe it would go at a more reasonable
Like
rate.
force, like I think you might be able to force the emulator to run
Maybe.
at a PAL speed.
You know how to do that?
I don't remember off the top of my head,
Sound
but I'm pretty sure you can.
options, pause, frame advance, fast forward, show FPS, video. It's got to be an option. Set config maybe. Genesis. Nah. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. We'll just do the level codes. We'll just do the level skip thing. I'll reset. Let's try it. How do I do it?
As you do it, actually, you do it from the game.
Okay, great.
He says, this Genesisn't.
I mean, look, when you
Is that like a level down from Genesisn't?
when you can't be fucking bothered
So-
Genesis,
to figure
fuck
out
you.
why your game looks like you're playing it wearing fucking sunglasses,
Mhm.
maybe
I mean,
maybe
it's
they didn't care
fine,
that much,
doesn't it?
right?
Yeah.
So
Maybe you can
pause the
call that.
game. Pause the
I
game.
can do that.
And hold A,
Okay,
and then press up, down, left, right, and you should skip.
you've rescued
Wow.
Clara. Phew!
Phew.
Want to try your luck, son?
A probe production of a giant pile of shit.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay, I see. Wow, this is garbage. This has
So-
inverted controls for some reason.
Is there a good Back to the Future game?
I mean, how many? There's this one. There's Back to the Future Part 1 and 2 for the NES, right? Or 2 and 3 for the
No,
NES.
no. There's Back to the Future, and then there's Back to the Future Parts 2 and 3.
Okay. Are any of those
on
good?
the NES. The first one is probably not
That's the one
quite
where you
as
drive
bad
the
as
car?
people say it is. No, the first one is the one where you're on the skateboard, or you're
Okay.
running, and then you can get a skateboard. But then, like, interspersed with that, there's like these really terrible like mini game stages where there's like one that's like root beer tapper, but like it's wonky shitty root beer tapper.
It's just
Well, yeah
purist. Dem Guts says game skip code. Hit the power button. Insert good game.
He's got a point. The man has a point. Yeah, there's this one which is trash.
I didn't make the grade.
There's two Back to the Future 2 and 3 on NES are even worse than the first game. The Telltale game was fine.
Okay,
I
that's right. I
guess.
forgot about the Telltale game.
First episode. I didn't get. I mean, I played the first episode and thought it was fine, but I was not compelled to play any more of the episodes. So
Both Night Train and Dem Guts say that the Super Famicom game is decent.
it's.
I'm just saying that's what they say.
I think that people like the Super Famicom game because, like, it's what's the opposite of damned by comparison? Like,
Praised by comparison.
yeah, like it's the bar is so low that like a totally standard, like just okay hop and bop platformer that's a Back to the Future game makes people be like, oh man, this is really good. But it's
Turns
it's
out
just
it's
fine.
like
It's fine.
Stockholm syndrome of some sort.
Yeah, right.
It's like being released from
What
Stockholm
am I
syndrome.
supposed to do to succeed here? What's the...
Stop sucking.
Apparently,
better
Night Train says Lego Dimensions, which I actually didn't play, but I believe that 'cause all the Lego games are pretty good, even if they're all like basically identical.
Yeah, well, yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
Smoke Monster says I remember renting Back to the Future games as a kid and always being disappointed. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
We're simpatico on that one.
You've made it! I did it! I won! Have another piece of pie, Mr. Eastwood. Wow, this is some really good artwork.
Dirty.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's right. So this is also like that. This is the worst of the Back to the Future movies. You know,
I mean,
yes,
Yeah.
the other two movies are
Semi-
good, and this one is like a C at best.
right.
Correct.
What? What?
Night Train says Super Famicom. I like the visuals and sound. Gameplay is decent enough that I like it.
Yeah, I mean, visually, the visuals, it looks, it's got a super deformed kind of art style that's pretty fun and looks, fairly accurate.
Okay.
Back to the Cuneo future.
Yeah. It's even more than that, though. It's a lot like the,
How the fuck am I supposed to hit anybody?
no one knows.
I can only aim
Also,
at
like,
like two.
he throws the one pie plate in the movie and then actually uses a gun, but like now it's like, no, just throw pie plates at everybody.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You got shot too many times.
But yeah, I mean, the Super Famicom game isn't it's not a bad game by any stretch. Like, it's just it's a pretty bog standard hop and bop, and it's like it's fine.
I mean, I would
But
take
yeah,
that over this horrible
right.
minigame collection any day.
Absolutely. Smoke Monster says should have gotten a Batman Returns style racer with a DeLorean on Sega CD or something. Kickstart me.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Send me your
probably
link.
would've
I'll contribute.
been- Yeah.
I want to know what your stretch goals are.
Actually,
I
you
did
could
it!
get
I
a
won
Del-
again! I'm so fucking good at
Get
this
Michael J.
game.
Fox
Goddamn.
to
Let's go,
voice
Marty.
the DeLorean.
More like
like-
farty, am I right, guys?
Are you?
I don't know, am I?
I don't know.
Why is this throwing wrenches at me, you fucking dickhead?
I mean, you're in his town,
I'm not in his town, I'm in his train. What?
so I haven't gotten that.
So Night Train says he hasn't actually played the Back to the Future parts of Lego Dimensions. He just has the Lego sets.
Welcome being part of the problem.
Yeah.
John Vignacchi is very disappointed in you.
So this reminds me of. Do you guys remember North and South on the NES?
No, but I saw it on TBS when that was on.
Ha! I see what you did there.
Oh, I do not remember that.
There's a that's like a it's like a very rudimentary. It's like a little more. It's different than Advance Wars, but it's sort of like that in that like it's a strategy game, but it's like got a very arcadey. It's not a super deep strategy game. And then depending on the kind of like territories and stuff that you capture, there's different sort of mini game action sequences that play out. And if you intercept the other army's train, there's a sequence where you play as a soldier and you have to like run on a train and fight soldiers from the opposing army. And it's similar to this, but like better than this because this is hot shit garbage.
Oh, I don't know how many. I don't see any on-screen indicator of how many hits I can take.
I think you just have to get there before the boiler explodes.
Well, no, they keep. Okay, so there's like just a timer thing.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Because they keep knocking me off, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how many times I can get hit before I get knocked off.
I like how the boiler temperature is like a 12-colored thing for some reason. It's like,
Right.
the
And even
fuck
in
does
the
that even
movie,
mean?
wasn't it just, it was like 3, wasn't it? Like green, yellow, red in the
Right.
movie, if memory serves.
Oh, I ran out of time. What? The thing wasn't. It's not. Wasn't
I liked
on.
it.
It was only moved up one thing. Come on, Marty. We've got to finish this game.
Yeah. Truer words have never been spoken.
Oh boy.
Oh man, this is real bad.
If I just let's see. Was it just show me the end? I made it. I did it again. Success. Well done. You've succeeded in your task and helped Marty save Doc and get back to the future. Your future hasn't been written yet. ... No one's has. It's whatever you make it. ... See, this is a video game with a lesson. So make it a good one. All of
And the
you. ...
lesson is play a better
Why does
game.
this keep going on?
I don't know. But I'm behind on the stream and you just keep getting hit by those signposts.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I completed. I finished
is,
the game and beat it legit.
this
So
is early gaming cutscene, but it's text.
So I like that this game is comprised of 1 impossible stage and 3 that you can finish on like your first or second try.
I definitely was not doing the level skip code over and over and over again.
No.
Obviously.
Oh, were you?
I know. I just said I wasn't. Were you not listening to me?
Okay. Smoke Monster says those platforming mechanics with a laughing face.
What's
It looks incredibly wonky. These are the same people who made the Mortal Kombat port for the Genesis, which is like a very good port. I think I'm mystified that this turned out so fucking badly. They must have just been on a super tight, like whoever published this must have been like, you have 30 days to make this game get to work.
so? What's the Super Nintendo Back to the Future game called?
It's called Super Back to the Future 2.
'Cause I was gonna.
We're gonna take a look at
Well,
that.
I was gonna
just for
see if I had it
comparison's
here.
sake.
If I do, we'll
If you have a
check it out.
complete ROM set, it should be, or I mean, if you have a full library of games on your shelf right immediately near you.
Mhm. Yep, I bought all these
definitely-
games for sure.
Yeah. We're definitely. Speaking of which, I have. So I moved, to anybody in the audience who doesn't know that, and I have just boxes of video games surrounding me right now that need to come out of these damn boxes and get put on some damn shelves. But I am really stoked to have space again.
The Final Frontier.
Yes. The Final Frontier is having a place to play all your video games. And I have these IKEA shelves that I reappropriated for the when we were in the apartment, we needed them for other stuff, but now that we're out of the apartment and in a house, I don't need them for that other stuff anymore. So they're just in their place right now because I'm waiting to get my G-SCART switch. But I have got, like almost all of my systems.
Shop smart, shop G-SCART.
That's right. I'll give a shout out to G. That's G's. This is not an ad, but G'sRetroStuff.com.
Nice.
If you want a high quality, somewhat bespoke SCART switcher.
Somewhat bespoke.
Well, he makes them in batch. Like he makes them in batches. So
Okay.
they're not like, it's not like you order one and he makes it to your specifications, but he opens orders for a certain amount of time and then makes that batch and sends you one if you get in on part of that batch, because he's literally one guy.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I didn't give that. Oh, sorry, it's just G Retro Stuff, not G's Retro Stuff. GRetroStuff.com. But yeah, it's
if you get one of those and then get the flu, does that mean you caught the G virus?
I hope not.
Boom. This is a real weird looking Marty.
It is. It is, but it actually looks like Marty, so that like.
If you just showed me this and asked me who this was, I don't know that I would recognize what was happening.
Really, on the hoverboard and everything, you wouldn't be like, "That's about." And with the
music, I probably, but I didn't say let me listen to it. I said if you just showed me this. I do like that it has like an acceleration button that you use to like go faster. I think that's kind of neat.
This is to me, if you showed me this without any context, I would think it was a sequel to JJ and Jeff.
It's got that visual style. Yeah, more that style than Kunio, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let's see here.
All right, yeah, this is all right.
Yeah,
I can see why somebody would say they liked this game.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying that there are some people who act like it's this.
Oh, Jennifer, are you
amazing?
Sore eyes. Also, this is a translated. Whoa, that is a super fucked up Doc Brown.
Yes.
Holy
Monster
shit.
Was there's an English translation available. But Night Train says he needs more damn shelves for his damn video game boxes.
Sure.
Yep.
I own a lot of video games, but I think that the majority of them are now on Steam, so I don't have to worry about any of that shit.
Don't you need more shelves for your Steam stuff?
Yeah, I supposedly some kind of a Steam redesign is coming down the pipe pretty soon here, so.
Is that what they've been working on instead of Half-Life 3 or?
Yeah.
Well, they've been working on
That
Dota
is
hats
Half-Life 3.
instead of Half-Life 3.
It was Half-Life 3.
Just in case.
Doug Hagwood says this does seem pretty good.
Yeah, this is all right. I mean, just the like the momentum stuff feels pretty good. It's a little, I don't know.
That Mode 7 on the DeLorean, though,
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh, man.
Get out of here, cop.
I mean, that's my favorite part of Marty's living in a police state, obviously.
Well,
and,
in the future of Back to the Future 2, you know.
Yeah.
Well, the future is fine. It's the alternate 1985 that's
The present.
shit show.
Quote present.
It is?
Yeah.
And no,
Yes.
the second isn't the second one where he goes to the future and his kids are all fucked up and they spit out the "you're fired" thing a bunch, or is that the first one?
Well, yeah. No, that's in the second one. That does happen, but the future itself isn't fucked up. Like his life is just not great. But like it's when he goes back to 1985 after Biff steals the sports almanac and gives it to himself that then like the future is like a dystopia and like Biff is obviously like a Donald Trump figure who's like legalized gambling nationwide and is like an abusive dickhead and his mom has giant fake boobs.
Okay, apparently I can't die. I like that there's robots that just say "okay" on them though. That's what I need in my life. It's just a robot that flies around and tells me everything's fine.
It says okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tells you it's all going to be okay.
Oh, now I'm talking myself into buying that May robot thing from Blizzard. Again, that's basically what that would be.
Oh, yeah. I forgot what its name is.
Snowball.
Snowball, that's right. Hey, and there's a new hero already.
It's not out yet.
Well,
it's
but
on the PTR.
yeah.
I mean, it's that time. It's been. When did Ash come out? In the fall, right? We just had a new map a couple of weeks ago, so.
Yeah, that's right. Do you guys think this game was influenced by Sonic the Hedgehog at all?
This. I don't know. Maybe. It's not. There's not a lot of loop-de-loops or anything, but.
No, but there's a lot of like momentum-based
Yeah, like the levels are like maze-like.
The red spring
and-
that you bounced off of to get on this platform.
Anyway, that's Back to the Future 2. This seems okay. I don't know if I would play a lot more of it, but it's certainly a... Oh man, I landed in another fucking... Whoa. Who the fuck is that kid? I don't know what's going on. Let's get out of here, Marty.
Make like a tree and get out of here.
I did it. All right.
Make like a tree.
Back to the Future
leave.
Part 3 for the Genesis. Also, that game is also out on a bunch of weird European PCs as well. So
Yeah, and it's the same version,
Yeah.
I think. The same like wonky, shitty version.
I wonder if those versions...
Shit's
I mean,
right.
I'm sure those versions don't look like that, though, right? Oh, man.
They probably... I mean, some of those computers are spec'd very similarly to the Genesis. They actually probably do look not that terribly different. Dem Guts says kind of looks like Tiny Toons for Super NES. Buster Bust Loose is a much better game than I think.
That's
Super
okay.
Vector.
Yeah, Buster Bust is alright. Played a lot of that Tiny Toons Olympics game. I don't know how I'm triggering these computers to hit good death animation. Alright, that's it. That's Back to the Future. What is this? Back to the Future Part 2 for the
Super
Famicom?
Back to the Future 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game's alright. Back to the Future Part 3 for the Sega Genesis. Genesisn't a good time.
No, certainly not.
So that's it. We'll be back, I don't know, maybe next week or something with something else. Hopefully that doesn't suck. That's
I want to say hopefully something less terrible.
it's a lot of sucky games in a row. I think it's time we need to like tweak things so that way it is a Genesis
do a little bit of
next
research.
time. Yeah. Anyway,
Night Train says, is that Michael Jackson on the
bye.
TVs?
We'll be back. Actually, we'll be back in a few minutes maybe with some Resident Evil 2 mods. Maybe.
All right.
Stay.
Bye.